All right, before we get started, welcome everybody. I would like to do our acknowledgement country. So we respectfully acknowledge the traditional owners of the land and where we meet today as the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. We would like to pay our respects to the elders past, present and emerging. Okay, welcome everybody. This is, I think we're trying to work it out, this is our fourth Hospo Circle that we've done. This one is in partnership with ARCA. You're going to hear more from Wes as we go forward, the Australian Restaurant Cafe Association. What's brought us here today? I think there's three things that we're really looking for. We want to add value to you as audience members. We want to provide some insights. I say we. It's all in their hands. They're going to provide you insights. They're going to be very funny. They're going to add so much value. Is that right, guys? Yes. We also would like it to be a moment of connection and belonging for you all as well. Like we know how hard the industry is, how consuming it can be from a time perspective. So particularly on a Monday where maybe it's less like that, just give the opportunity to be with each other, be amongst friends and have that moment of connection and belonging as an industry. And of course, we just want to have great fun, have great food, have drinks, so go wild. Okay, the topics that we're going to be covering today, we're calling this the state of industry. So there's really going to be a couple of areas. We're going to look at the current state of the industry, and there we're going to be exploring a couple of things. Firstly, the unavoidable thing of the economic impacts of the moment that we're going through right now and how that's impacting business and the industry overall. And we're also going to look at diner data. What's the trends and the data telling us about the current moment that we're in? Then we're going to be looking and talking about the industry that we're moving into. What's the future hold for our industry? So we're going to talk about innovation. We're going to talk about fancy things like digital transformation, all of the things that matter greatly and are impacting our industry. And then also we're going to finish with some predictions, desires, that kind of thing for the future. What do we expect? There will be a Q&A at the end. We hope there'll be time for Q&A. Someone's got a timer on me to make sure that there'll be time for Q&A at the end. I believe, yes, if you scan that QR code, you'll be able to pull up the Q&A system. It's called Slido, where you can type in whatever you want. It will come through and someone will probably hand me an iPad and we'll ask the questions at the end for the panelists. Okay, so on to the most important people here. Let's do the panelist introduction, and we'll do this like you can do it on your own. I'd love for you to cover a couple of things. And remember, this is just the introduction, not 20 minutes, so keep it brief. But what do you do and what path did you take to where you are right now? And also a little bit about you outside of your work. What's your kind of main hobby and passion, or what takes your time outside of work? Let's start with Andy. Shoot.
Repeat the question just quickly.
So you're just nodding at people in the audience.
The crowd, yeah, sorry.
Giving the Queen wave.
Yeah.
Who are you and what do you do and what took you to where you are now?
I'm Andy. I've got a couple of little kind of restaurants around nearby here. Pellegrino, just around the corner. Bistro 916 in Potts Point. Clam Bar in the city. Soon to open under Clam Bar, Neptune's Grotto. I think that was my introduction last year when I did this talk as well. Still waiting to open.
Well, I don't know if last year... Yeah, still waiting, yeah. The approvals are all... Yeah. So the second part of the question was what occupies you and your time outside of work. I think there's probably one answer that's pretty recent for you.
Yeah. What occupies... Well, I've just had a baby, so you know that. So that's been a little bit of a sea change, I must say. Prior to that, I guess I was work. I really I didn't have much in the state of hobbies that wasn't restaurants, and that was much my chosen path. Is that I was, during high school and just after high school, I guess I toyed with music and lots of artsy kind of things. But after moving to Berlin and kind of realizing how far behind I was on the musician scale, I came back to Sydney and really focused on hospitality, kind of 100%. In terms of, hobbies, I watch a lot of YouTube, like lots. I'm addicted. Yeah,
it's like a vice, rather than
yeah. But I really live and enjoy my work. I love the people I work with. I really love going to work. I'm a bit of a pain to be around most of the time because I just kind of waste everyone's time and fart around. But, I think hospitality is a lovely thing to do that in. It's, very much about not just the customers, but the staff are happy as well.
Yeah. Well, good to have you. Congratulations on your ongoing success. Wes?
Thanks, Drew. Wes Lambert, CEO of Australian Restaurant and Cafe Association. I see a lot of members in the room. Thank you for joining. We are the newest industry association in the accommodation food service industry, and we represent restaurants and cafes. Slightly underrepresented group. There's 55,000 restaurants and cafes throughout Australia, and so we do the best we can to spend a lot of time in Parliament House in Canberra. I've been there for about 45 meetings in the past 5 weeks, and I've also met with almost every premier in the country and most of the tourism ministers. So they're embracing ARCA as the peak body for this segment.